It's Bread's Board Game Corner. Hi there, and welcome to Brad's Board Game Corner. And today I'm going to be telling you what the best 10 games are in the world. It's important to mention, of course, that my opinion is, just my opinion, man. But it's also fact. I've played over 1.5 million games. So let's get right to it without wasting any more time. First, just a quick disclaimer for those who you might not like these games, but that doesn't mean that you're right. I'm just here to tell you how wrong you are. All right. So number
10.
So my 10th favourite board game is Great Western Trail. It's so competitive in the way that you can, really say take that when someone wants a cow you want, and you can take it, and then you get the train, and you put the train where you want to put it, and then they're fucked.
Number 9.
So my 9th favourite game is Gaia Project. It's really good. It's about Earth, and you're trying to save Earth. Because Gaia actually in Latin means Earth. If you didn't know that, just a little lesson for you. I'm not just a pretty face. It tells you loads about humanity, and
Number 8.
So my number 8 favourite game is Star Wars Rebellion. And it's actually one of very few Star Wars games to come out. And what it's about a rebellion in a star system, and it's kind of like a war is going on. It's a really good idea of, the Star Trek universe, and in it you can really defeat your opponents, however you want. They're trying to find you, and you're trying to find them. Not really find them, but you're trying to stop them from finding you, which I guess in a way is kind of like trying to find them. If you think about it, it's definitely my 8th best favourite game.
Number 7.
So my 7th favourite game is really? Yeah, alright. It is. My 7th favourite game is Twilight Struggle. It's a spacefaring game, much like Star Wars, where you get all these fucking amazing looking ships, and you can, fucking ruin people and really upset the day, and really fuck them up. So it's great. You should try it.
Number 6.
My 6th favourite game is an expansion to the one I just talked about, Twilight Struggle, and it's about Nazis, I think, and communists, and so it's really political and really intelligent for sort of intelligent people. Not many people have played it, over here, but I hear that it's absolutely crazy everywhere else, and basically everyone's got a copy of this game, and that's my 5th favourite game. 6th favourite game, Twilight Imperium 4. The 4th expansion, I think, to the other Twilight one.
Number 5.
Through the Ages is my number 5. The full title is Through the Ages, A New Story of Civilization. How sick does that sound? Tom Vasel really likes it, but no one will ever play it with him. So, if you're out there, Tom, and still on the internet and doing things, then, Brad's here. And maybe, we'll go through the ages together. Yeah.
Number 4.
So number 4 is a game about my favourite metal, brass, and, a city that's, full of takeaways. Birmingham, in the UK anyway. There's a few Birminghams elsewhere, but I think it's about the one in the UK. Hashtag Brexit. It's great because, you're moving these dials, I think, and you bind things, and it just looks really pretty, and I think it was super successful on Kickstarter. Brass Birmingham, my personal 4th favourite game of all time.
Number 3.
You know, this was a hard one, actually. It gets really tough now when you get narrowed down to the top 3 board games because, you know, like I said, you know, billions of games are out there that I've played that I think are, you know, great and some are good. Yeah. So, third favourite, Terraforming Mars.
Number 2.
Second favourite game, you know, is really tough, but it's actually Pandemic Legacy Season 1. You know, if you think I'm talking about Season 2, you got another thing fucking coming to you, bro. There's you know, zombies, there's like other roles which, you know, you've got to know about before you start playing. You know, the end game, if you don't work towards the end game, then, you know, you're just going to get fucked in the first few. So I recommend skipping right to the end and then making sure you know what that's about and then going back to the start. You know, it's kind of like coronavirus now, but instead of coronavirus, you know, it's SARS, AIDS, swine flu, and what's the other one? Oh, like cancer. That we're all probably going to die one day because of coronavirus. That's a little bit of topical humour there.
Number 1.
So my personal favourite game, which most people don't really think is that good, is Gloomhaven. It was a phenomenon on Indiegogo, and you know, the guy that's made it, Eric Children or something, he's making another one, and because it's so good, you know, people want more of it. And I mean, at least I do, because, you know, no one else has really played it. It's like kind of like a hard Euro, but instead of, you know, a boring game like that, you're trying to kill monsters and shit. I find it's actually best when it's played with like solo or 5 players. And with 5, you know, you can fuck off, get a beer, and then a couple of hours later, after you've had like a shit and maybe like a shower wank, then you can come back and you know, take your turn and get out before, you know, things get too hairy. Get all the gold, you know, taking all the treasure and taking all the gold, so other people have to do the work for you. You know, that's the best part of the game, to be honest. If I have to admit it, I think the story is fucking superb. I knew what was going on the whole time.
Red's Board Game Corner.
So that was my top 10 list, personal top 10 that I've played, all of them. I haven't checked, you know, anyone else's top 10s yet, but I'm sure that I share a few with them. Honourable mentions, Dixit. I really like Dixit. There's 3 things I can say about Dixit. It's strategy, strategy, strategy. Thank you so much for you know, listening to Brad's top 10 board games of all time. If you don't agree, or, you know, do agree, which, you know, you probably will by the end of this at least, please, you know, leave a comment down below. And you know, tell me what you think. Tell me if you agree or you don't, and what else you want to see Brad do. Because, you know, I've got so many talents, I just don't know how to use them all. Okay, so this is Brad's Board Game Corner. That's me, fucking ripped, and you know, oh fuck, who did this? Oh, fucking hell. Ah, shit, I've got to do the whole thing again. No, that's alright. I'll just... No one knows. So, I've got some merch that's going to come out. You know, you can buy it. You know, not yet, though. And find me on Instagram, Twitter, and not Bebo, because that's gone. Facebook. Yeah, I'll be on that as well sometime.
It's Brad's Board Game Corner. Board Game Corner. Brad's Board Game Corner. He really loves board games.
Fucking hell. Who did that? I spent all this time drawing that, and now someone's gone and... Looks like a child drew that. My little niece is such a